About a year ago, ACW did a story about the Canadian launch of VRS, Video Relay Service. It's an online platform that allows members of the deaf community to make real-time phone calls.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. A video interpreter translates from ASL or LSQ for French users so that customers can call basically anyone.
Yeah, and the really cool thing is that the members of the deaf community across Canada worked tirelessly to make this happen. They rallied and lobbied for over 10 years to make it a reality.
And now VRS is celebrating their first anniversary. AMI presenter Dave Brown recently went to the VRS headquarters in Ottawa to find out more about the uptake of the service in its inaugural year, starting with a VRS call in action.
Hello?
Hello, hi, this is Sue. Is Nina there, please?
Yes, hi, this is Nina.
Sue Decker is the executive director of CAV, the Canadian administrator of VRS.
Hi, Nina, this is Sue. How are you today?
She's also a registered customer for the video relay service.
I was dependent on my spouse to help make calls, or I was still reaching out to community interpreting and come to the office to make phone calls. So here I was trying to put together the system of video relay service, and yet I didn't have use of it myself. So it was very ironic. And so when the service launched, quite personal.
The end of September marked the one-year anniversary of the service's launch in Canada.
This has been an incredible first year. It's just been absolutely incredible. So looking back, who was using video relay service? No one. And here we are 1 year later, we have almost 5,000 registered users. And we just processed something like 250,000 calls in our first year.
Tiffaine Giraud is a member of the deaf community and a registered VRS customer. She reflects on how it has impacted her life over the past year. She spoke with us through an ASL interpreter.
It had a huge impact on me personally. So when it first was set up, thinking, who am I going to call first? I had no idea. I was so overwhelmed with the possibilities. So for employment, contacting family members, making appointments, the opportunities were endless. It was a little bit scary at first, but it was also exciting at the same time and thinking of all the opportunities that were out there.
Tiffaine continues to explain the improvements of communicating through VRS versus other services such as TTY.
With typing and to contact people, it doesn't usually go as smoothly as I want, and because it takes more time. And so if I'm typing to someone, the person on the other end has to wait till someone reads it to them, and then they have to respond, and then the person types it back to me. And so it always depended on the speed of that typer or how fast that the other person was responding. So it would have that disconnect. Now with VRS, I noticed a huge improvement, that conversations go a lot quicker, it's more efficient time-wise, and interpretation happens simultaneously. So it flows more like a natural conversation.
While Sue and the CAV team are pleased with the uptake with customers like Tiffaine, they have their eyes set on growth.
Now we're talking about registered 5,000 users. There's, my understanding, 15 to 20,000 deaf people who sign across Canada. So we still have to get out there and meet them, and it can be complicated for some people. It's an internet-based service, and it requires some attention and personalized service. So our efforts really will be continue to go deeper and farther, wider.
In order to make that happen, CAV plans to run several workshops across the country, and they added a youth outreach specialist, Casey Clark, to their team to encourage other young people to try VRS for the first time.
I love it, and I'm happy. I finally to be independent using the SRV Canada VRS to make calls without depending on my parents. Making phone calls for me. I'm actually very excited to help out, get to know more detail about SRV, Canada VRS, and be able to help out, reach out to you to join with this for SRV, Canada VRS, get more people.
CAV hasn't just been about setting up relay service to make telephone calls. We've also been about empowering the deaf community, raising people up. And to that, we have been carefully selecting, recruiting deaf people for our key jobs.
Since launching 1 year ago with 72 hours a week of service, starting Monday, October 2nd, VRS will now be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
It's been an amazing 2-year journey for me. I can't believe that we're celebrating our first birthday already. It seemed like such a major process to get it up and running. And I'm just so excited about the future and continuing to make refinements and improvements to the service. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Congratulations to all the people who worked to get VRS off the ground and to the people that make it a success every day.
Sue told Dave that their team extends worldwide. The technology for the platform was created in France, and today calls are handled through call centers in the United States as well as here in Canada.
Plus, we should mention that the service is available on mobile devices, which is extremely useful in an emergency.
Oh, for sure, especially now that the service is available 24/7. That's quite the birthday gift to all VRS customers.
Yes, and calls can last up to 2 to 3 hours, even though a typical call is usually only 5 minutes.
I don't think I've ever been on the phone for 3 hours, and I love to talk, in case you hadn't noticed.
Yeah, we noticed. But we love your energy, Steve.